Hey guys, welcome back to more AFK Arena. In today's video, we're going to do the first test with Volaris. We're over on my free-to-play account now. I was playing around with this account last night, trying to get through 39-4, and I've got it to the stage where my first 4 teams clear. I was struggling on the 5th team, so now that she's in the game, we're going to test her in here and see if I can get her to help me clear this stage. Now, the one thing that I want to look at quickly before we do that is go through her skills. I didn't have time to get back to the office last night to record it, so I wanted to go over her skills briefly. I know we talked about the social post they made, but I want to look at some of the multipliers. I think she looks absolutely fantastic. I could be completely wrong. I haven't actually tested her yet, so we will find out in this one. But basically, the ultimate skill puts the cursed aura on all enemies. It does damage as well, which is really nice if they're already affected by it. She's immune to control effects and cannot be targeted while she's using it. And then you got the passive effect where the cursed aura lasts for 9 seconds, and they lose 25% defense. So that's the really nice thing about this. They get a 25% defense debuff, and then when they ult, they get rid of it. But also, when she's coming into the battle, she's immune to control effects, which is really nice. Now we get the damage increase here, and then we get this one. This skill up's really nice. So 35% defense decrease is really nice from this ability. Then we have this one here. Deals 200% attack damage to the closest and farthest enemy, and causes them to lose 40% of their current energy. Now, one thing I consider with this is it's like just something that came into my mind is like, can you team this up with like a Lawson, and then you get the link, and then you get them both taking that damage, and then the damage is linked, so they take double the extra damage. Just something that I was thinking about playing with eventually. The minimum amount of energy loss is at least 200 points, so they lose 40%. But if they're at 100, if they're at 200 energy, instead of losing 80, which would be 40%, they will lose the full 200. So that's a cool thing. And if they're already cursed, it'll be refreshed, and the percentage of current energy enemies is increased to 50%. So if they're at full energy, they go to half energy. Not too bad on that one. Just trying to rush through these because I don't want to spend too much time on it. She uses 10% of her current health to manifest a shield equal to that value. Now, with this ability, when you tie it in with her signature item and her furniture, it seems really, really strong. We'll go through that in a sec, which cannot be lower than 8% of her max health. So if she's at say 10% health and she uses this, she will get 8% of her max health shield instead of 1%, because that would be 10% of her current health, if that makes sense. Lasts 5 seconds. She then deals 9% max health damage to enemies that have a cursed aura, but cannot exceed 530%. So it's not bad damage either. Damage dealt causes enemies to deal 30% less damage for the following 7 seconds. So she's got that really nice defense break with her curse, and then she's also got this damage reduction from what they can deal, and she's got the max health damage dealing. I think it's really nice. And then when we look at the 30 engraving, after using the ultimate skill Cruel Endeavors, the current cooldown duration of the skill Fatal Embrace, which is this one, is reduced by 90%. So if you can get her on a real energy cycle where she ults, it's going to reduce this cooldown. She's going to use this straight away, and then if you have high and she's going to keep getting the shield, and like I said, signature item and exclusive furniture buff this shield. It's really nice. She deals 300% attack damage to the most injured enemy and causes them to lose 3% of their max health every second for the following 6 seconds. Health loss per second cannot exceed 180% of her attack rating and cannot result in death. The effect cannot be stacked or dispelled. Duration goes up to 8 seconds. And then this one, if an enemy has a cursed aura, they are unable to receive healing effects for the following 9 seconds after they are struck by the skill. After they are struck by this skill. Now, I'm not sure if they use their ultimate and get rid of the aura, whether they no longer have that or whether that debuff stays. I haven't checked that out yet. But the sweet stuff is when we get into the signature item. Actually, that's what I was looking at. Okay, signature item. The actual amount of health she uses to manifest her shield for Fatal Embrace is reduced by 30%. It does not affect the shield value, and she passively deals 150% more damage to enemy summons. I think she's going to be really powerful against enemy summons, and we'll look at that when we check out plus 20. Plus 10 just goes to the amount she uses is reduced by 60%, and she passively deals 200% more. But this one, 35% of damage dealt to enemy summons is converted into health. This gives her, if you have have an enemy team with summons, she can just sustain. She's got that massive shield, and then she's also got this self-healing from hitting summons is huge. Now, unfortunately, it's not reliable against every team, but I think she could be like a really viable carry for this against summons. Whenever an enemy hero summon dies, the enemy hero is afflicted by the cursed aura. If the enemy is already afflicted by a cursed aura, its duration is reset. So, it's just a reliable way to apply that cursed aura. I don't think 30 is going to be the most, necessary thing to have, but 20 is going to be nice. But obviously getting the extra stats from it, because we do get some haste. Always love getting haste from these abilities, so that's going to be handy as well. And then we jump into the furniture. Now, the furniture I really like. The value of the shield manifested by Fatal Embrace is additionally increased by 300%. So you've got the cost of health reduced by 60%, but you're also increasing the value of it by 300%. So it's like a 30% of, because initially the ability uses 10% of her current health. So it's really nice. So it can't go lower than 8% of her max health. So the shield, I'm assuming this 8% gets increased. If that doesn't, we don't know. But basically, if she's at 50% health, then 10% of her current health would be 5% of her health. Times that by 300%, it's still a 15% shield. Like I said, I'm not too sure exactly how it scales, what the minimum requirements are for it, but we'll have to wait and see. And healing is increased by 120% while the shield exists. That's another boost. So if you've got something with heals on your team, it's really going to help her. Also, if they've got adds that you're killing or dealing damage to, which is dealing damage to any summons, then you're getting that extra healing as well. And then we got 9. Damage dealt by Fatal Embrace to heroes afflicted by Cursed Aura is transformed into AoE damage, which is really, really nice. So when we go to Fatal Embrace, that's this one where she gets the shield, and then she does max health damage. That's now AoE. If all the enemies are grouped up, I'm assuming it's doing that max health damage in an AoE to everyone who's affected. I don't know how this is going to scale effectively, but it sounds like it's pretty broken if every enemy gets AoE damage and then they splash it to everyone else, and then everyone's just getting all this max health damage. I don't know. It sounds really good to me, but we'll have to wait and see. So let's go into the trial. Sorry, I rushed through that. I didn't want to spend too long. I'll go through the event in another video. It's Mother's Day and stuff over here, so I'm trying to get everything everything out pretty quick. So let's go. Free for 3 days. We do get her maxed out in the sense that we have 30 signature item and 9 furniture on this account. So there she is. Let's go over here and let's check her out. So happy days. Skills. Do we have... What do we got? We don't... Okay, we do get that. We did get that one. So this is really nice. So after using the ultimate skill, this cooldown's reduced. That's really nice. I'm happy with that. So let's go here. So like I said, these stages all clear for me. They just take a lot of retries to actually get it. So yeah, these are all passable. This Thorin one last night, I just left it on replay for like 30 minutes before it cleared, but it can do it. So I'm not going to clear it here, but what I wanted to look at is this team. So I was struggling with this team, so I'm going to try and have her as the carry and see what we can do. So I feel like she can carry in the front row position here with you coming up behind. Now I kind of want some heals as well, so let's go here. Let's put her in. Do we go double hypo? Or do we go the Mortis? Do you have gear? You don't even have a thing. Now the annoying... Wait, we can... Oh, we can actually gear her with things now. I kind of want to put call on her. Kind of want to put call. Oh, okay. I thought it was going to let me. I thought it was going to let me for a sec there. All right, let's try the Mahira. I don't think this works in any world. But let's just go. We'll evolve this team. We'll evolve this team and see how we go. I just want to see what she can do. So she dies pretty quick. I'm having a lot of troubles with this team. I'm having a lot of troubles just finalizing this last team. How about we piss Raku off because we don't really need him in that sense. What if we drop you because you're not really aiding me too much? What if we put in like a Gorvo and a Tassi and a Pippa? What if we put in a Gorvo and a Pippa, get that early CC? See if that helps us out. I'm just curious if she can do it from the front row. Now, unfortunately, this enemy team doesn't have any ads and she's just getting creamed. So I don't think Rowan's in use in any of my other teams. Is he? Okay, he is in use in this team. That's right. I needed him for the Thorin team. So I need to get her energy boosted a little bit faster. Like I said, this team is just an absolute nightmare for me. I've been struggling hard. So what if we put Golvo front row? Let's see what happens here. Man, I maybe we need to put the Brutus in. Maybe we drop you and we put the Brutus. Is that the play? Is that the play? Let's try that. Begin battle. Because I don't want to steal anything out of the other teams. Oh, we almost got the stun. Dude, she just cannot generate energy. She is very, very slow at generating that energy. So this is where if we had Windbinder and we could actually, if we could equip her with Windbinder, it would be epic. What if we do you there, you there, you there? Begin. Because that buys us some time with the Nara. Come on, Mishka, do something. Stun. Come on, Valoris. Come on, do something. Damn. Damn. Ah, dude, this is really frustrating to me. This is really frustrating. I think she's going to be good. I think I need to use other heroes, but I don't want to take anything away from my other teams at the moment. So I'll be back in a sec. We'll do a bit of play testing. Okay, so this was bound to happen because I hadn't tested it before and found a perfect team for it, but I cannot get this to work. Now, ignore the team on screen. I've tried a bunch of things, stealing characters from other teams. And the problem is the only way I can do it is like using Ulna and stuff like that or like putting her in a Lucretia team, which is just cheese as hell because those teams work anyway. So not working at the moment. I'd love to test her in like a God Comp type scenario because I feel like her... like the permanent defense buff. I feel like she adds the wear down ability to that. And when they can't ult, they can't get rid of the debuff. They've got the 35% debuff, all that good stuff. And I feel like it's really nice. Plus it has the energy cycling so she can keep dealing that max health damage. I feel like she's actually really catered towards that type of team. I just don't have the units on this account. I'll definitely test more. I think the other thing that's crippling her at the moment is the fact that I can't equip Windbinder to her. I feel like Windbinder would be really nice in helping her go faster and get everything happen, but at the moment I can't seem to use her in like her own team. I feel like she's got to go into another OP team, but once we get her on Kiasma on the global server, I'm hoping I can find out some more stuff. I'll test her on my other account because that's still like, it doesn't have a team of 240, so I'll see how that goes as well. Overall, I still really like her kit. I think she's gonna be really strong, but once again, I don't know at this stage. I can't make her work over here with 9 furniture and 30 signature item, but we are missing out on the artifact, which to me is often quite huge. But having said that, her ult isn't the biggest thing, but getting a quick ult, if she can shield herself, do that max health damage, and then shield again, and if that max health damage is dealing AoE damage to the people it's hitting, I feel like it's not too bad. So this is my thing. I feel like the process for her is you want her to ult, which will reduce the duration of her shield, which means she basically uses that straight after her ult. And because her ult applies the curse, it hits all enemies, and because we've got the furniture, it does AoE damage on all enemies based on max HP. And I feel like that's the magic behind getting her a quick ult so that she can then do the shield, not for the shield factor, but for the AoE max health scaling damage. I feel like that's what we really want to aim for. And I really think I need Windbinder for that. But like I said, I honestly think God Comp, as like old and outdated that team is, I feel like she could breathe new life into it. And I'm sure there's other teams that, you know, smarter players have found. So I'll get back to you guys. But unfortunately, couldn't get anything done today. Like I said, I had the first 4 teams sorted on this one, and the 5th one was just bothering me. I thought she was going to get me across the line. I will keep doing some more testing and hopefully grab it. But anyway, guys, that is going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.